Maya Brooks had analyzed 300 incident reports in her 5 years as a security analyst for the Frontier Mining Guild. None of them had ever made her hands shake. The file on her screen was marked routine. Self-defense claim, 7 fatalities, human suspect in custody. The mining station was Kepler 442b, Outer Rim territory where disputes happen daily. 7 dead Vrex enforcers, 1 human miner. 30 seconds. She pulled up the security footage. The cargo bay was dimly lit, containers stacked high on both sides. Cole Davis stood in the center, a maintenance tablet in his hand. He was average height for a human, maybe 6 feet, lean build, nothing remarkable. Then the Vrex entered, 7 of them, each over 7 feet tall, scaled skin gleaming under the overhead lights. They carried shock batons, standard enforcer equipment. Maya had seen Vrex in action before. They were fast, strong, trained. This should have been an execution. Cole set down the tablet. The lead. Vrex said something, gestured with his baton. Cole's response was too quiet for the audio pickup. The Vrex lunged. What happened next took 11 seconds. Maya had to slow the playback to quarter speed to even follow it. Cole moved like water, like lightning, like something that shouldn't exist. His hand caught the first baton mid-swing, twisted it free, and drove it into the Vrex's throat with surgical precision. The second attacker came from behind. Cole spun, his elbow shattering the alien's jaw before his fist collapsed its windpipe. The third and fourth rushed together. He dropped low, swept one's legs, caught the falling body and used it as a shield against the other's baton strike. When he released the body, both Vrex were down, necks broken. The last 3 hesitated. Fatal mistake. Cole closed the distance before they could raise their weapons. His movements were economical, brutal, efficient. Palm strike to the sternum, knee to the spine, fingers to the throat. 11 seconds. 7 bodies. Cole picked up his tablet and walked away. Maya played it again. And again. Each time her stomach twisted tighter. This wasn't self-defense. This was extermination. She pulled Cole's file. Former military, Earth Defense Corps. Dishonorable discharge 4 years ago. Psychological evaluations redacted. Employment history showed him bouncing between mining stations, always moving, never settling. She dug deeper, breaking through firewalls she wasn't supposed to touch. A classified program designation appeared, Apex Protocol. The details were locked behind military encryption she couldn't crack. Her console pinged. Station Commander Harris, requesting immediate voice call. Maya accepted. Harris's face filled the screen, his expression hard. You pulled the Davis file. It wasn't a question. Drop it, Brooks. This is above your clearance. She leaned forward. 7 dead in 11 seconds. What is he? Harris's jaw tightened. A miner. Submit your standard report. Self-defense claim approved. End of investigation. The call terminated. Maya ignored the order. She spent the next 6 hours in the database, following threads that kept disappearing. 3 similar incidents across different colonies. The same pattern, human worker, multiple alien casualties, reports buried. Each human had the same program designation. Apex Protocol. She finally found a partial memo dated 2 years prior. Human combat enhancement testing, neural optimization, bone density augmentation, reaction time acceleration. The memo ended abruptly. Author's name redacted. She requisitioned a shuttle to Kepler 442b. Harris would have her clearance revoked by the time she landed, but she needed to see Cole Davis face to face. The flight took 18 hours. She spent them reviewing the footage frame by frame. In one moment, frozen at the 3-second mark, she could see Cole's expression. It wasn't rage. It wasn't fear. It was calculation. Cold, precise, mechanical. The station's holding facility was underground, carved into the moon's rocky surface. The guard recognized her credentials before the lockdown hit and granted access. Cole sat in the cell's center, hands folded, perfectly still. When Maya entered, his eyes tracked her with predatory focus. "You're not here for the standard questions," he said. His voice was quiet, controlled. She sat across from him, separated by reinforced glass. "What are you?" Cole smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Human. She shook her head. Humans don't move like that. He leaned forward. Yes, we do. We just forgot. He told her everything. The Vrex had been hunting humans for months, staging attacks across frontier stations, small groups, testing responses, measuring capabilities. They wanted to know if humanity was weak enough to suppress, strong enough to be useful, or dangerous enough to eliminate. The Galactic Council knew. They'd always known. You think we're just another species, Cole said. But we evolved on a planet with gravity that crushes most aliens. We survived ice ages, plagues, predators that hunted us in the dark. We climbed to the top of our food chain using tools and tactics and pure stubborn refusal to die. The Council looked at our technology level when we joined and assumed we were soft. They were wrong. Maya's hands clenched. The program. Apex Protocol. What did they do to you? Cole's expression darkened. They didn't do anything. They just stopped holding us back. Removed the genetic limiters, the safety protocols evolution built in to keep us from tearing ourselves apart. Optimized what was already there. Every human has this potential. We're just too civilized to use it. He gestured to the cell around him. The Vrex came to test me. I showed them what an apex predator looks like when you corner it. Maya left the facility and went straight to the station's communication hub. She uploaded everything, the footage, the files, Cole's testimony, the conspiracy. She broadcast it to every human colony, every news network, every independent station she could find. By the time station security dragged her away, 17 million people had already downloaded the data. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session within 24 hours. They demanded Cole Davis be surrendered immediately for trial and execution. An example had to be made. Humanity had to be reminded of its place. The human ambassador refused. 3 council species threatened sanctions. 2 threatened military action. The ambassador stood firm. On Kepler, 442B. Cole's cell was empty. The guards claimed equipment malfunction. Door locks failed simultaneously. Surveillance down for exactly 90 seconds. No one believed them. No one could prove otherwise. Maya was released without charges after her footage sparked protests across human space. People were angry. Not at Cole, at the Council. At the species that had been testing them, hunting them, measuring them like livestock. Human colony ships began installing military-grade weapons. Defense militias formed overnight. The frontier stations stopped looking like mining operations and started looking like fortresses. The Council called it aggression. Humanity called it survival. In a bar on Europa, a Vrex trader made the mistake of threatening a human dock worker. 3 humans nearby didn't hesitate. The trader survived, barely. The footage went viral. Maya sat in her apartment on Earth, watching the newsfeed scroll past. Reports of human uprisings, of council species backing down from confrontations they would have pushed before, of alien merchants avoiding human stations entirely. Cole Davis was rumored to be on a dozen different worlds, training militia groups, teaching humans how to fight the way he fought. She didn't know if the rumors were true. She suspected they were, her console chimed. Encrypted message, no return signature. She opened it. 5 words, thanks for letting them know. The message deleted itself. Maya smiled. The galaxy had spent centuries treating humanity like a minor species, useful for labor too primitive to worry about. They'd tested humans, measured them, tried to determine if they were a threat. Cole Davis had given them an answer, and now humanity was done apologizing for surviving. The Council wanted peace. They would get it, but on humanity's terms. Because the galaxy just learned what humans had always known. When you push an apex predator into a corner, it doesn't run. It fights, and it wins.